just call and catch a play. I might just come see you today. You wait, I'm stuck up in my ways, but love it when I'm playing games. That's the
Hi guys, and welcome to my apartment tour. I'm super excited to be bringing you guys my apartment tour. I am obsessed with this building. I was stalking this building for so many months, and I'm just so happy to be literally living my dreams in my dream apartment. It is so beautiful. You see me now, I'm in my living room. um, Yeah, my second living room. Yeah. But I really do love it here already. And stay tuned, guys. This is my Bangkok, Thailand apartment tour. And I'm going to answer questions about finding an apartment and all of that stuff at the end. Mi casa, tu casa. Okay, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to my beautiful apartment. So when you walk in, right underneath the stairs, you have this storage. I love the way that they build in these things to just help you stay organized. So here I have all of my stuff that I'm gonna take on the go. So anything I would put in my purse is located up here. My purse and my small bag, my headphones, suitcase, my tripods, my bags to go. All of that stuff is here because I'm gonna grab it going out the door. Then I also have my jewelry here because they have the perfect display with my sunglasses underneath there. Oh my gosh, like they really just thought of everything and every way to store your stuff, and I just love it. So like I said, I got my sunglasses. These are the couple of pair I bought. If you know me, you know I own a sunglass company, so there is way more. This is just what I brought with me. And then I have all of my gadgets, any gadgets that I'm gonna take out with me for the day. My phone pack battery, my lights for my phones, my other phones, my what is that, Polaroid camera, my tripod stand, anything I'm gonna take with me to go and film. And then in this last drawer I just have two random purses. And then underneath here I have Leo's stuff, and there is also a mirror built in this. Like, it's just so perfect. So still in that entry hallway, we have some shoe storage. So I have my shoes here, and then I have one more thing with shoes in it, and they just really thought of everything. And then here I have my key cards and my obituaries. My childhood best friend has passed, and my aunt died, so I have like their flowers. This is a carnation from Lauren's funeral, and then these are the flowers from Mina's funeral. So I keep that stuff and I bring it with me everywhere I am. And then we're going into my kitchen. So now we're moving on to my open concept kitchen. So starting in the kitchen, we have this washer included in the units. And then we have this table that extends and can make extra counter space or a folding table, whatever you need. We have these see-through cabinets, which I actually hate these see-through cabinets. We have a 4-burner stove and in a microwave oven. There is no oven. That is a downfall, a con, if you will. And then we have the pots and pans hanging up. I actually kind of like that. I hate decor, but I'm not mad at that, so I left it up there. And then we have this moving like faucet, which is pretty cool because you can adjust it. So like if you need to spray something in the corner, or if you need to spray something like in your fruit bowl, you can move it around and you don't have to force the position. And then there's this other one, I think that's a filter, I'm actually not sure, never been this rich before. Under the sink we have a garbage can that is open close, and I love that. It's such a nice feature. And then this cabinet has so much space. There's a ladder, pots and pans in here. Like, there's so much space. And this house came with all of these like cleaning and tools. Like, the houses are furnished, so it came with the pots and the pans. Like, it's amazing how much stuff they provide. They provided these little ice trays. And then in my refrigerator, all I have is some lychee soda, which is really good. And I don't even drink pop. And this Caesar salad from 7-Eleven, if you see it, get it. So good. Like, I am obsessed with them. And then I have some water. I need to go grocery shopping. So in my cabinets, we have all this cabinet space here. I have empty cabinets pretty much. I have some noodles because we're on a noodle budget, honey, and moving costs a lot of money, so we eating noodles right now. And then I have extra cat food because Leo's almost out, and all of Leo's stuff in this little pull-out drawer for easy access because I have to feed Leo every day. So I just thought I would put that there. And then they supplied even more cleaning supplies, and there's a mirror in this closet as well. There is a vacuum cleaner and a little cat hair, like what's that thing called, lint roller. It's like a big jumbo size one. I'm like, they really thought of everything because these are pet friendly apartments. Like, they really thought of everything. And just some more cabinet space. So now we're moving on to the bathroom, which is right off the corner from the kitchen. So it's a pretty standard bathroom. It has a beautiful gold vanity with shelving space. It has a vanity sink with cabinetry space underneath. We have this side shelf that I'm actually going to make a cuter one, but they provided that one. And then moving on, we have a bidet in case you want to, spray your booty. And we have a beautiful toilet. It's really big. It's like a bigger toilet. My sister pointed that out. And a trash can and a tissue roll. And then we have us a walk-in shower. It is definitely spacious. It doesn't look that spacious here, but it's definitely spacious. It's not huge, but it's spacious. I hate blinds in the shower, but that's what we have. So now we're moving into the dining area. We have this table with a bar stool on the opposite side, and then I also have this like sort of faux fireplace. I don't know its purpose, but here I'm storing my infamous Hollywood sign that I really love. I've taken it everywhere with me. And then we also have my prayer of the day from these prayer cards, promises to bless your soul. I'll link them below in my Amazon store. Then the most beautiful view from inside the house, we have this corner view, these 40-foot tall ceilings, glass windows that just show you the beautiful city of Bangkok. I am so obsessed with these views. They just shine through the house. The house is so bright at the nighttime. It's just so beautiful. But we're gonna go outside at the end of the tour, so let's move on. So now we're moving into my media suite, or my work room. So when you enter, you have this media area where I'm storing my makeup on one side, and there's barely any makeup in here because it all got ruined on the flight, so I have to clean it all, so it's under there. Then I have my business stuff stored under here so I can easily pull it out, some remote controls and a lamp. And then under this side I have some extra hair stuff that I have yet to unpack. And then this is all my hair stuff ready for me to do my hair in this room when I'm doing my live videos and my tutorials and getting ready for my day. I also have this little stand that helps me eat and store things when I'm charging them. It goes to upstairs. I have this vanity desk in the corner, and it stores my daily plugs and cords, cameras. It's messy today because I'm using it as I'm filming these videos. And then I have my other side, which is a pop-up mirror with all of my makeup that I use on a daily and my hair things that I use on a daily to get ready. Super easy to get ready. They thought of everything, and they have this bar stool there as well, and it has this perfect view in the corner. This apartment was so well thought through. So moving on, we're gonna go up the stairs into the bedroom that is located right above the media room, and you can kind of see inside of it from this area. I also want to point out this beautiful lighting I have up there. I pinned the camera up and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta show you guys my light. So yeah, you can see into the bedroom. So we're gonna head up the stairs and we're gonna go right up into the bedroom. From my bedroom, you still get to enjoy those stunning views of Bangkok. Also this view of Leo hiding on the side of my bed. You can also see into the kitchen and the dining room, so if you're cooking food, that'd be super helpful. I just have this queen size mattress with these overhead beautiful lights, and then I have the table from downstairs and this lamp from downstairs that I brought up. It also goes to that tray table. And then I have a closet that has automatic lights. I think it's so cool, and some dresser drawers. And I just have some sets there and some other clothes. I still have so many clothes to wash. When you're walking out, there's this little display area. I think I'm gonna display some photos of me and my family and friends, and then this is what it looks like from upstairs. Now going out to the most beautiful place ever, the balcony, and we have these beautiful, beautiful panoramic views of Bangkok. I mean, you can literally see all throughout the city, all of these beautiful buildings. It reminds me of New York, Chicago, and LA all at once. And there is always traffic, honey. There is always going to be some traffic. And I'm so intrigued by this building because I really think that that's a pool up there, one of those pools where you can see through to the ground. Like, I'm so intrigued. I have to find out what that is. And you can always catch Leo up on the balcony. It don't matter what time of day it is. So yeah, that was my apartment. Comment below how much you think it costs, and let's go and see the amenities. So first up, we have the honeymoon seat and napping box, which I think is really just these like nature type of boxes in a garden where you can like water the plants and water the trees. I'm not like a tree hugger or anything, so we ain't spending much time up here. Up to the 32nd floor, and we have some more amenities like the yoga room, the lounge, and the fitness room. So this is the yoga room. Like, this building would stop short of nothing. Like, they thought of everything. Yoga with panoramic views is insane. This is the lounge, which is undeniably my favorite room in this entire building, aka my second living room, which was my joke at the beginning because I am so obsessed. This room is just magnificent. Like, my favorite room. Oh my god, like stunning. Moving on, we have the gym, which is equipped with weights and cardio, and it also has panoramic views, but the shades are down. And if you think I'm too lazy to work out, I was way too lazy to let up them shades. But I promise y'all, I will be up in this gym. And your girl need to be up in here because I've been gaining stressed. Next, we're moving on to the quiet room, co-creation space, and the pools. So this is the quiet room. There was someone in there, so I just took a quick little video and got out. This is the pool. The colors in this building, I am obsessed with that blue and that brown and that marble like stone. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. And then you have this corner where you can sit and just enjoy the views, lay down and just look at the beautiful views. And you can also go down and lay down here and sit and look at the views. There's just so many places to be obsessed with the scenery of the beautiful city of Bangkok. And this is an infinity edge pool, and like I said, it is just perfect. This is the co-creation room, so you have cooking in here, ovens in here, there's a whiteboard, there's some bar stools to get work done with views, and then you have the karaoke and music room. The karaoke room was getting the air conditioner fixed, but this is the karaoke room. You can come up here and sing your heart out. And then we have the lobby, we have a couple more study rooms, a lounge with a lot of seating, and then we have a sunken lounge, which is super cute. Like, there's so many spaces to just go and chill in this building. And then we're gonna head outside to the pet area. They have a lot of space out here for your pet. And yes, those were the beautiful amenities. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour of my home and all of the facilities of my building. I wanted to come and answer some questions about finding an apartment in Bangkok, Thailand, or anywhere out of the country, and all of the questions you guys had about getting the apartment and more. So to start, I live in Bangkok, Thailand, as I previously mentioned, and I live in an area called Ekmai. It is a more expensive area. I also live in a pet-friendly building, and there are not many pet-friendly buildings in Thailand or in Bangkok specifically. So it's very hard to get a nice pet-friendly apartment because only the older buildings allow pets and not any of the newer modern buildings. And I'm a very modern decor, very like plain, clean cut decor type of person. If you see my LA, probably this side, if you see my LA apartment tour, you know, like, I'm very clean and concise. I don't like too many decorations, and I went from paying like $4,000 for a modern apartment to we're not there yet. Anyway, so the first question is always, how did you find the apartment? So the way that I found this apartment was fazwaz.com. That's FAZWAZ.com. And I went on TikTok and I searched like ways to find an apartment. And honestly, Fazwaz didn't really pop up much. I think one person had mentioned it, but I always go on TikTok and try to find like how people find apartments. That's something easy. And I know that's why you guys ask people, because they answer, but there are a lot of people who already answered the question. So I appreciate you guys for, waiting to watch my video, but sometimes all you need to do is do a TikTok search. I also used another site, and I don't know what it was called, but I'm just gonna put it here. And I reached out to an agent on Fazwaz, and I reached out to an agent on this other site. I found this other site, which is crazy because God really loves me. Like, I don't know, God just put it in my preview like 24 hours before it was time to go view this apartment. And my Fazwaz agent told me like, oh, we're good, we're gonna go see it. And then all of a sudden he stopped hearing from the owner. So I ended up contacting somebody else for the same apartment. And I feel like I was being a little bit too pushy. He told me like, are you good? Like, kind of like, gee, chill. Like, you keep contacting me, but I was trying to make sure because the apartment wasn't, so the apartment availability was the 16th, but you couldn't move in until the 18th. I already spent money getting an Airbnb from the 1st to the 16th because it was supposed to be available from the 1st. Then I had to book another Airbnb from the 16th to the 18th. And between that, like, you have to leave you have to check out the Airbnb at 12 and be at the next one at 2. Like, I had 2 like idle hours, but I'm like, I need to be able to, figure out if I'm gonna have to ask this Airbnb owner to stay late, or like, it was just like a lot of confliction. So I ended up contacting someone off that other app because I knew it would be a different agent because it was a different like website. So he ended up messaging me back, and he did give me the scheduling, and he is the one who got me the apartment. Nobody else got to view the apartment. I was very pushy. Like, I feel like out here the agents won't respond to you, or they just don't take it serious. They're recommending you all other units, and it's like, no, this is the unit I want. I know what I want. They're recommending me one bedroom duplexes in the building that I'm literally Airbnb in. I'm like, no, this is not the standard of apartment that I want. And if you haven't seen my first Airbnb, I posted it on TikTok and on my Instagram in my episode 3. But yeah, I just was like, I want what I want, and I was very pushy because like, you are not gonna find an apartment of this quality at this price, and it's pet friendly. So like, I like prayed and I cried and I was stressed and I had anxiety, and it was so important to me that I get this apartment. But anyway, the short answer is I use Fazwaz.com to find the apartments, especially if you want a pet friendly apartment. That's the only website that really has that pet friendly toggle where you can select like animals, and then on the other sites it'll like, you can search keywords, but it won't always be correct like search results. So I definitely would use Fazwaz even if you don't use an agent only on Fazwaz. After you find an apartment, you want to go to Google, you want to search the apartment, you want to look at the reviews. Now, defamation is illegal in Thailand, so you can't really leave bad reviews, but they will leave bad reviews on Google if the apartment's not of quality. You can look at the pictures, you can look at what people say, and definitely put the apartment in Google and see what comes up, and then what other sites come up, because you might be able to find another agent and you can work with multiple agents to get the place that you want. So that's the first question. The second question that everyone is asking, I think the most, is the price. We're gonna do that one last, or like middle last, so you don't try to fast forward. Is it hard to get an apartment, and what did I need? So for me, all that I needed was to show up. I showed up, I looked at the listing. Now, I will say that they were hesitant after viewing. I was like, what's next? Like, I was standing on business. Like, I was about my business. I wanted this apartment, and they were like, oh, we have to let you know. And I'm like, let me know what? I got the money. Like, I almost was like, excuse me. And I barely got the money, so we need to do this today, okay? Like, they were like, okay, we're gonna let you know. And then I'm like, let me know now because I'm gonna go get the money for the deposit. They're like, oh, like, they kind of could tell like I was very serious. So they ended up telling me, like, I don't know what they did, but they ended up contacting the actual owner and like telling her like I was like very, very interested and I wanted to get it now. And she ended up letting me the apartment, but it was very clean and stuff already, but they was like, she had to do a deep clean, she had to clean the air conditioners and all this stuff. So yeah, they did that, and then I got to move in the apartment about 2 days later. So I paid my booking fee. To get an apartment, you have to pay a booking fee, which is your first month's rent, and then you have to pay a deposit, which is 2 months of rent. So you have to pay 3 months of rent up front. Now it's easier when you're moving in somewhere that's like $450 or like on the lesser end, but for me that was 3,000. Oh, I'm just gonna tell you guys, okay? So the apartment was listed for 1,090 USD. Now that's not what I'm gonna end up paying, but I will tell you that that was already gonna be 3,300 coming out of my pocket. And it's a lot, especially when you just paid $1,400 for a flight. I've been living in Mexico, and during the last month there, a lot of my appointments fell through, and I had to go to the airport about 8 times, spending over $400 just to get Leo out the airport. Then we got denied boarding, and I had to spend money in Istanbul. Like, a lot of money from my budget just like continuously like came out to the point where like my accounts are looking very, very low. We're eating noodles in this luxury apartment, okay? But our life gonna turn around. Like, I trust God and I trust his timing, but I just want to put it out there that I am not like by any means just balling out here. Just like, I am still, you know, making my way downtown, walking fast. Space is passing, I'm outbound, you know. I did what I had to do to get this apartment, and I will do what I have to do to maintain it. I'm a hustler, so I know that having low funds for now don't mean I'm gonna have low funds forever, and I know God, and I know that I trust him. So I don't recommend you do that, but I know me, and I know my hustle, and I know that I can always turn a bad situation around. Even when I got to Mexico, my first 2 months, it was very rocky, it was very hard, and you might have to consider that with living out the country, that it's harder. You can make your money back, especially if you have a job, you can make your money back the next months and whatever, but that first month is very, very hard, and you spend way more money than you plan to. With my first month in Mexico, I think you guys remember I spent like 5K, but there was less of a deposit, so there was only a month of rent and then half of a month of a deposit in Mexico. So it's way more here. It's 3 times the deposit, so you definitely have to be prepared to spend way more money, and then you're looking at a flight that's super expensive, especially with the pet. Another question you guys were asking me was about traveling with a pet. Now for me, it was very hard to travel with a pet to Bangkok. I was denied boarding. Turkish Airlines was just, they mistreated me very, very badly. They wrongfully denied me boarding even though I had the paperwork that I needed, only to put me on another flight after 4 hours of going back and forth, and be just very, very rude and nasty. Like, ain't you the girl with the cat? Like, I was giving them a hard time or something when they wrongfully denied me, and the agent just sent me on my way to get a new ticket without coming with me, without confronting. You know, it was just a lot. But overall, Leo did really good on the flight. I flew with him in the cabin, and he was under my seat. The first flight, I did bring him up for air, and I let him get out and just explore. But the second flight, they were being so rude and nasty that he had to stay under the seat, and he did end up throwing up in his cage, just because it's a 12-hour flight from Istanbul to Bangkok. And it was a hard, frustrating time for him, and just the way they were rude and like scolding me to push him like all the way under, like where he could have damn near almost not been able to breathe under there. It was a bad experience from Turkish Airlines, but it wasn't a bad experience flying with Leo. Like, Leo didn't do that bad. I think Leo did really good. Granted, we had to fly for 3 days when we only would have had to fly for 2 days. So it's difficult, yes. Impossible, no. The next thing I'm gonna tell you guys is about the apartment. So the apartment does come furnished. Everything comes in there: the bed, the couch, the pillows, the bedding, the lamps, the pots and the pans, the brooms, the mops. In Mexico, they didn't have brooms, they didn't have mops, they just had the basic furniture. But in Asia, they are so, or like their apartments, is specifically Thailand, because not all of Asia, but specifically Thailand is very, very good about having like space in their apartments and having like a space for everything. I feel like my apartment has stayed so clean, even with the amount of projects and the amount of content I'm getting out. It stayed so clean. Usually after me getting dressed and after me getting ready, it looks atrocious, but there is a space for everything. They built their apartments for sustainability and for you to be active and
productivity. And it is just like a beautiful thing. Like, and the apartments are just well built and just like well thought out. That if the architecture is just beautiful and beyond me, like, look at this place. So yeah, the amenities in the building in Thailand are like to die for. Usually people do move into apartments for the amenities. For me personally, I know like a lot of people, and this is what I want to talk about, a lot of people feel like coming to Asia, specifically Thailand, is cheap. It depends on what kind of lifestyle you live. This is the lifestyle I like to live. Even though I'm by no means rich, I don't have a lot of money. I'm not gonna say I don't have a lot of money, because I do make a lot of money here and there, but I just want y'all to know my bank account gets low. My bank account gets to 0, my bank account gets to 10, my bank account has 100 in it some days. Some days it got 4,000, some days it got 10,000, sometimes it ain't got no thousands, you know. Like, I am very much a regular person. I hustle, I have my ups and I have my downs. I am not rich at all. I cannot technically afford to live out the country, but I know that God makes a way, and he always makes a way for me the same way he made a way for me in Mexico, the same way he made a way for me in LA paying $4,000 rent. Like, he will make a way for me, and not only will he make a way for me, I will work hard for it. And I think that's the difference between me and some other people, is that and people that sit on the internet and they're like, why would you go out of a country with no money? It's like, well, you would go out the country and you would fall flat on your ass because you wouldn't try. Me, I'm gonna try my best, and if I fall flat on my ass, at least I did it, you know. I'm not scared, or I don't fear failure, and I think that's the big difference between me and other people, and why I live my life like this, sporadically trying new things, failing forward, and not being ashamed or embarrassed of the things that I try to do and the things I don't have. I don't own any designer, I don't own a car, I don't own a home, but I try to have life experiences that will last a lifetime, because that's what I want out of my life, and it's my life, and I get to write the story, and I get to choose my ebbs and flows. And when I don't get to choose my ebbs and flows, I'm okay, because I'm going home to a nice house, you know, and I can cry it out in my luxury apartment, you know. But yeah, your experience is based on you. Like, a lot of people feel like, oh, Thailand is cheap and you can do. I think that affordable is the better word, and I think that affordable things do add up, because when you're doing more, because they're so affordable, it starts to add up. You do less when things are expensive, you do it less, but when it's affordable, you do it way more. I won't see myself eating street food, so I won't be eating $2 a day meals, but I can still eat off of $10 a day, you know, like, and if I want luxury meals, like $20, $25 a day, you know. I definitely feel like this lifestyle is sustainable. I definitely feel like I will have money saved when I leave here. I definitely feel like my life will improve from living here. I'm gonna get to go to Asia, and I'm in Asia. I'm gonna get to go to China and Vietnam and do business. And if you know me, or if you don't know me, I am a businesswoman. So I think that this will expand my life a lot. And I'm so grateful for this experience, and I'm so excited. And this video is supposed to only be about my apartment, but I've kind of made it like a introduction to Thailand. But oh, I guess we have to talk about the cost, huh? So I negotiated my apartment down to 35,000 Thai baht, which is approximately about 950 to 960 USD. Now, you have to keep in mind that when you're paying the currency of the country you're in, the US amount can change. So if the US dollar goes up, then my rent costs less, and if it goes down, then my rent costs more. So my rent can cost anywhere between $950 to $1,000, or even on the low end $930 if the dollar keeps getting stronger. And that's really good. So I got that 2-bedroom apartment for about $950, and I also negotiated Wi-Fi included in that they would pay the Wi-Fi, and that they would have a housekeeper come every week. So that takes away one of my big expenses. Housekeeping is one of my big expenses living out the country. Even though it's more affordable, it's something that I do often. When I see a dish in the sink and I want to wash it, I'm calling a housekeeper. But I do think, like I said, this house will stay very clean, because it's just so easy to keep it organized, which is why I think they're so okay with, you know, having a housekeeper, because it's so easy to keep it organized. But yeah, what do you guys think about that price? What do you guys think about my apartment? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Comments mean so much to me. Thumbs up means so much to me. Subscriptions mean so much to me. My goal this year is to focus on content and grow all of my channels and really make a living from social media, because I've always been so good at it, but I've never been able to focus on it because I've been a makeup artist serving others. But this is the year that I will serve myself. If y'all see me doing makeup, it's because I need some money. And one thing about it, like I said, I'm a hustler. I will get some money, but I'm truly trying to focus on myself. This was my apartment tour. I thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.